Because the Ebola crisis, of course, still making headlines. And today, Heathrow Airport has started screening passengers who are flying into the UK from the countries that are affected. Now, we've been told by the Health Secretary, Jeremy Hunt, to expect a handful of cases of Ebola to reach the UK before Christmas. So when you read, because we talked about this last week, saying, you know, what measures could they bring in to start trying to control the spread and it not to come here, does this put your mind at rest a little bit, that they're got some screening now at airports?
Not really, no, because the fact of the matter is they've only started the screening today, and the disease has been rampant in West Africa for years, not just months. And now I think 4,000 people have died, and I heard someone on the radio yesterday saying that actually as many as 100,000 people will die in Africa unless it's kept under control. So it seems to me that the place to deal with the disease is back in Africa before people get on planes and start travelling around the world. And quite honestly, quite a few health experts have been saying that these checks at airports are just, you know, they might make you feel a bit better, but they're not going to prevent the movement of the drug around the world.
There's been talk
movement
funding,
of the disease, sorry, around the world.
What we should be doing is putting massive funding and resources into the countries that are affected to try and stop it.
Well, when
there.
you know what, sorry to interrupt you, Colleen. I just wanted to say about the health workers, particularly in Liberia, 2 days ago, these people are paid so little money, and they asked, and they're putting their lives on the front line to care for people who are probably going to die of it. And they asked for extra money, which didn't seem to me to be unreasonable. And, you know, these countries are bankrupt anyway, so I think...
And Kira, I know you mentioned...
I was going to say, you know
was
what,
really worried about
what's
it.
really upsetting me, because we're all scared of it, you know, and I'm putting on a brave face in front of Kira, but she's actually now terrified of it. I mean, like, it's becoming... It's all she talks about. She's convinced we're all going to die.
Yeah.
And
so is this going to be like the plague?
Yeah. Colleen, would you rather that the media did not talk about it and that it wasn't on the news? Because obviously it is a big news story and it's dominating the news.
Well, there's nothing you can do about that, because even if they didn't talk it on the news or whatever, it's all over Facebook and Twitter, and all the kids at school are talking about it.
But I do think it is important to remember that the percentage of people who are actually suffering with Ebola, I'm not saying that we should ignore it. I definitely feel that measures need to be taken to deal with it, but it is minute in the grand scheme of things. I mean, I'm not sure about this checking at the airports, because I remember we had a lady on here a couple of weeks ago, and she said that the incubation period is 3 weeks anyway. Yeah. You're not going to catch them by taking their temperature at the airport. You know, we're not really going to see the results.
But isn't it better than doing nothing?
Yeah.
They've been criticised before, you know, weeks ago for doing nothing, and there are people coming in with high temperatures and nobody was checking.
I think Janet's suggestion of dealing with the actual problem where it's affecting most people is the most important thing to do, to be honest.
Yeah. OK, well, I said that screening has started at Heathrow today. I think it's going to be expanded to Gatwick Airport and Eurostar as well. Let us know, does that make you feel any better? Do you think it's going to work?